All right, Bernie Sanders speaking in Nevada right now. You know, this was the state that he had more or less in his people a little more than a few weeks ago really hadn't counted on. In fact, it was thought to be, given the polls, a laugher for Hillary Clinton that she would win by double digits. That was then. This is now. It is as tight as it gets now. And nationally, Bernie Sanders has taken the lead. The Democratic strategist Jessica Tarlov on that and the significance of that. What do you think?
Obviously, it's not good for the Hillary camp. I truly believe.
I expect better insight than that.
Oh, sorry to disappoint. Let me try to do better now. Okay. So I think that the media was wrong when they said that she assumed that this was going to be a cakewalk. And I think that, you know, she's known Bernie Sanders a long time, and she also knows how powerful the economic inequality message is.
Nevada events, as many as she's been going to of late, were not on her schedule a couple of weeks ago.
No, they were not. And Brian Fallon, her spokesperson, has already talked down the importance of it. He's saying, you know, South Carolina is really our firewall.
You got Harry Reid annoyed.
Yeah, no. I would not piss Harry Reid off in Nevada, though. I mean, you could tell last night it was interesting to watch him watching each of the candidates, because he definitely has an affection for Bernie Sanders, but I think, like the president, he believes that Hillary Clinton is the right person to carry on the legacy, the Obama legacy.
Do you buy that too? What if fellow Democrats, or those who maybe have your political viewpoint, who used to look at Bernie Sanders as being a fatal nominee that you'd go down to defeat, and now, at least in some of these, the latest round, that he would do quite well. I think he beats all the Republican contenders.
No, I think that's really interesting. I mean, I think it does certainly speak to a momentum issue and people really struggling with her honesty and trustworthiness ratings, which is where she gets sunk, as it were, because she does very well in terms of handling the economy and certainly foreign policy. I see Bernie Sanders as quite a thoughtful, inspiring candidate.
Do you think the party fears him as a potential nominee now? They're coming around to him?
No, I don't think they're coming around to him. I think the superdelegates tell that story.
That's a real scam there, isn't it?
It's kind of insane.
Yeah.
I mean, looking into it more this election than I did before in 2012 and 2008, it's quite something that, you know, might have a popular vote issue versus an elites issue.
Irony of ironies. Yes. But we're not going to focus on that.
No, let's not talk about leftward hypocrisy.
He's lying repose in the Supreme Court right now. The president, we're told, is going to pay his respects with Michelle Obama later today, not going to attend funeral services. We're told this weekend that he will be looking at a host of possible replacements and studying up this weekend. Bad idea for him not to go.
I think so, personally, and actually every Democrat that I've spoken to about this agrees with me. Obviously, they disagreed on a lot of issues. It's about paying your respect to the court as well. I mean, he was 30 years serving, and I don't think it matters, you know, that he didn't go to State of the Union addresses. I think that Obama's missing a really great PR opportunity, and I know that...
you think this could be tit for tat for that?
No, I don't. I just know that people have thrown that out there and said, oh, well, the wake is as good as the funeral. But I think the point is, if last week you're going to stand up there and call out Mitch McConnell and the GOP on not even wanting to hear about a nominee and saying, you know, rise above partisanship, you rise above partisanship. If you're in town, it'd be one thing if he was away. But if he's just going to be sitting at home reviewing new nominees, I think it would be a tremendous gesture. I think the Scalia family and his office has handled it really well, saying we completely understand and we're thrilled that he's going to come on Friday. But sending Joe Biden in his place, I think this would have been a gimme. Like when he was in Texas and didn't go and visit the border, which was something that was really important to Republicans. I think that you can engender a lot of goodwill if you do these little things.
You seem to be saying that these kind of little things, especially when that is, the president said that this is an important choice, you've got to make that choice, then you've got to go full through on the significance of just being there at the funeral.
Well, absolutely. I think it's the entirety of the experience, and I also think if he made it clear in his State of the Union address that his #1 regret is that he wasn't able to fix the partisanship that is destroying Washington, why we have candidates like Donald Trump, you know, at the top of the polls, there are little things that he can do to help that himself.
That's very interesting.
Thank you.
Very wise for a young person.
For a millennial.
Young liberal. You know.
Yes, you know.
Jessica, I kid you. You're a great guest. Jessica Tarlov. We'll see that again. We don't